Hello students, welcome to Alpha C Learning. This is session 53. In previous sessions, we was learning cleavage of CO bond in alcohols, nothing but replacement of OH group, OH minus with some other nucleophiles. In such a case, we learn reaction with phosphorus halides, how alcohols are going to react with phosphorus halides, and how that particular reactions are going to differ with the hydrogen halides. In case of hydrogen halides, tertiary and secondary alcohols proceeds via formation of carbocation. Hence, we are getting mixture of products because of rearrangement. In case of primary alcohols, without formation of carbocation, obviously that reaction what we call the SN2 mechanism. So with formation of carbocation, SN1 mechanism, without formation of carbocation, SN2 mechanism, that is reaction of alcohols with the alkyl halides. That's what we learn. Whereas the difference we notice in case of phosphorus halides, particularly in case of chlorides, trichloride, pentachloride we can use, and in case of bromides and iodides we are using PBr3 and PI3 only. Instead of trihalides we can also use red phosphorus and iodine, but we are not supposed to use red phosphorus and HI because of HI is a strong reducing agent. It reduces alcohols to alkanes. Then we learn. So main difference when we are using hydrogen halides and phosphorus trihalides, difference is in case of phosphorus trihalides, primary and secondary alcohols proceeds nucleophilic substitution without formation of any carbocation. Whereas tertiary alcohols, of course, via formation of carbocation, but being tertiary alcohols, reaction yield is less. That means nucleophilic substitution with PBr3, PCl3, PI3, we can say very less yield we are getting product. So for that reason, formation of carbocation is difficult, and approaching of the nucleophile towards tertiary carbocation also a little bit difficult. So it is very clear, primary alcohol with hydrogen halides SN2, secondary alcohols with hydrogen halides SN1, secondary alcohols with PBr3 or PI3 SN2 without formation of carbocation. You should notice these points. Only in case of tertiary we are getting carbocation intermediate, and that also very less product we are getting because of more hindrance. Here after formation of carbocation also, earlier we learned that there is an intimated ion pair. That intimated ion pair need to convert into solvent separated ion pair. Until that, attacking of nucleophile will be highly difficult. So simply, in case of PBr3 and PI3, mechanism proceeds without formation of carbocation. You have to say if the alcohol is primary and secondary. That means without formation of carbocation means you are not getting any rearranged products. Hope you got that point. Now, let us continue. That reactions only cleavage of CO bond in alcohols. Reaction with thionyl chloride. Thionyl chloride SOCl2. Thionyl chloride is SOCl2. SOCl2 can act as both nucleophile and electrophile. I am repeating, SOCl2 can act as both nucleophile and electrophile, because in SOCl2 sulfur central atom, which is 6th group element, it has 6 electrons in outermost shell. Out of 6 electrons here, 4 electrons are utilizing in bond formation, and still it possesses one lone pair in SOCl2, S double bond O, Cl and Cl. Sulfur possesses lone pair and also presence of vacant d orbitals. Since presence of vacant d orbitals, it can accept electron pair acceptor, that means Lewis acid. Whereas because of presence of lone pair upon central sulfur atom, it can donate lone pair, that means it acts as both Lewis acid and Lewis base, that functioning what we learn in case of phosphorus trihalides. So in phosphorus trihalides also Lewis acids and also can behave as Lewis base, just like that. SOCl2 or thiamine chloride also can behave as both Lewis acid and Lewis base, right? Upon reaction with alcohol, what we are expecting is reaction how proceed. Let us see. Oxygen of alcohol is going to donate electron pair into vacant orbital of sulfur. In order to accommodate that, pi electrons of oxygen and sulfur are going to shift towards more electronegative oxygen. Resultant we are writing ROH plus and sulfur oxygen. Earlier it was a double bond, now it turns to single bond, being O minus, and it possesses 2Cl. Being oxygen more electronegative, right now it possesses negative charge, and this negative charge O minus, as O minus, it cannot be stabilized that much. Immediately upon reversal of the charge, Cl has to leave, means 1Cl minus comes out here. After leaving of that Cl as Cl minus, we are getting that intermediate, that is what we call the chlorine sulfide. Remember that this intermediate is until formation of this intermediate, which intermediate? Chlorosulfide intermediate. Here there is no change in the mechanism in any reaction. So how mechanism is going to change, we will discuss a little later. So remember that chlorosulfide, after formation of chlorosulfide, we are expecting that Cl minus has to come with the Cl minus which is reported here. That Cl minus has to come and attack upon this alkyl group carbon. The resultant, the sigma electrons are shifted towards the sulfur, and further Cl minus comes out. Cl comes out along with the bond pair of electron, then what we call Cl minus. So product is RCl, SO2 and HCl. Since here SO2 is gas and hydrogen chloride also gas, being both are gases, we can say here pure alkyl halide we can prepare. The same method we learned already in the method of preparation of alkyl halides. In alkyl halide method of preparation already we learned that. So this is one of the best method for preparation of alkyl halides, because of reason is byproducts are gases. They can leave the reaction environment. Further, we are getting pure alkyl halide. That is fine. Now, in this case, I am going to learn stereochemistry. Whenever you try to learn stereochemistry, how this mechanism means, which mechanism it proceeds. If you want to find out that, you need to consider malonic acid. Malic acid. Here, malic acid I am going to consider. Malic acid is nothing but dicarboxylic acid, of which one carbon base OH. Dicarboxylic acid in between two COOH group, if there is no methylene groups, then what we call oxalic acid. If one methylene group is there, then what we call malonic acid, and two methylene groups are there, then what we call the succinic acid. Remember that in between two COOH groups, if there is no CH2, oxalic acid. If there is one CH2, then what we call malonic acid. If two CH2 groups are there, then what we call succinic acid. Previous sessions we learned that Ohm's gap, oxalic acid, malonic acid, succinic acid, glutamic acid, like that. Now here I used to consider plus malic acid. That plus is because of this carbon, it is chiral carbon. Because of this carbon attached to one OH and one hydrogen, one COOH, and the remaining part. Right now this carbon is going to bear four different groups. Being four different groups attached to this carbon, we can say this carbon is chiral carbon. And with respect to this carbon, I am going to mention that this is plus. So plus malic acid is one. This plus malic acid upon reaction with phosphorus halides, just now we discussed that with phosphorus halides how reaction proceeds. without formation of any carbocation, right? So because of here alcohol also secondary alcohol, if you observe, this alcohol is secondary alcohol. Since alcohol is secondary alcohol, upon reaction with PCl5, there is no more rearrangements. Hence, we are getting product like this. The product is chlorosuccinic acid, but plus converted into minus. That means plus malic acid upon reaction with PCl5, we are getting minus chlorosuccinic acid. Again, succinic acid means in between two COOH, two methane groups are there. That's why succinic acid. In succinic acid, one of the carbon attached to chlorine. That's why it is called chlorosuccinic acid. Now, chlorosuccinic acid, which conformation, which stereochemistry weight is minus. Earlier we used considered plus. So plus convert into minus, that means inversion of product happens. Here inversion takes place. Now this one same malic acid plus malic acid upon reaction with SOCl2. SOCl2 means just now we discussed that thionyl chloride. With thionyl chloride we are getting product plus chlorosuccinic acid. Same chlorosuccinic acid, but differ in the orientation of groups at this chiral center. So from plus to plus we are getting plus malic acid to plus chlorosuccinic acid. That what we call retention of configuration. We are getting retention of configuration. Now we are getting curiosity here how it is possible. Why with PCl5 you are getting like this? So with PCl5 why inversion of product happens, and why what happened with SOCl2 you are getting a retention. So this method with thionyl chloride method previously we learned under the name of Darjan's reaction in the method of preparation of alkyl halide. So I am going to a little bit elaborate right in this method, in this session. There we learn how the reaction proceeds and which mechanism we call. And right now I am going to elaborate a little bit the same reaction with thionyl chloride, how the reaction proceeds. Here SOCl2 when we are using, how the reaction proceeds. When we are using SOCl2 with any alcohol, till chlorosulfide reaction is same. As I mentioned earlier, till chlorosulfide reaction is same. After formation of this chlorosulfide, how reaction proceeds I will look here. I used to consider chlorosulfide of this given plus malic acid. We are getting here OH here upon wedge line. So wedge line O, instead of H here S double bond OCl. After that what happened? Here we can explain in two ways. One is this bond pair of electrons will be shifted towards oxygen, and SCl bond pair of electrons will be shifted in between carbon and chlorine. In such a case, reaction proceeds via transition state. I am repeating once again. In between this carbon oxygen bond is going to break. Simultaneously chlorine and carbon bond formation takes place. Both happens simultaneously. That is one method. And that method what we call via formation of 4-membered 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-membered cyclic transition state. And one more method, that method already we know very well, means we are much familiar. Hence, I am going to consider in another way. Like here CO bond is going to shift towards oxygen. Because of oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, then obviously this bond pair of electrons will be shifted towards more electronegative oxygen. Hence, here O minus and C plus we are getting. After formation of C plus means carbocation and O minus here. After formation of that, this O minus cannot depart completely. O minus cannot depart completely. Still in between this plus and minus, there will be strong interaction or attraction. That attraction, what we call electrostatic force of attraction exists. Because of electrostatic force of attraction exists in between these two, still it remains there only until unless solvent molecules has to come and separate. After entering of solvent molecules, then further separation, if it happens, that what we call solvent separated ion pair, means solvent molecules separated this ion pair. And before solvent molecule enters, this one exists as intimated ion pair, means plus and positively charged carbon means carbocation, and O minus, this one exists like that. So after formation of this O minus and C plus, still interactions are there, and what happened here? This Cl is going to donate its electron pair to carbon. Resultant CCl bond formation takes place. In which direction this O, oxygen, get back its sigma bond electron towards itself? In the same direction that Cl is going to donate electron pair to positively charged carbon. Hence, there will be a new bond formation between carbon and chlorine, and already chlorine sulfur bond is there. Right now, chlorine is going to bear positive charge. Now, in the next step, chlorine sulfur bond is going to break and SO2 molecule departed. Loss of SO2, we are getting this molecule. This mechanism, what we call SNI mechanism. In this mechanism, what we call SNI mechanism. This mechanism takes place in general in absence of base, nitrogenous base like amines or pyridine. Nitrogenous base like amines or pyridine. In absence of that pyridine, generally this mechanism proceeds, and because of this mechanism, we are getting product, retention of a product. We are getting retention of a product. See here, if you observe closely, that oxygen is located upon a wedge line and hydrogen located upon dash line, and if you notice the final product where that chlorine is located and where the hydrogen is located, if you observe, both are locating in the same way. Where oxygen is there only chlorine also there. Now, if pyridine is there, actually, whenever we are considering reaction of alcohol with thionyl chloride, in presence of pyridine, this pyridine is a nitrogenous base, nothing but weak base, which is used to abstract HCl, means hydrogen chloride which formed in the reaction, that will be absorbed by pyridine. After absorption of that pyridine, after absorption of that HCl by pyridine, here mechanism a little bit change. How it will change? Let us see. Until formation of chlorosulfate mechanism, as usual, first step, alcohol oxygen is going to donate electron pair to sulfur like this, and there will be a new bond formation between oxygen and sulfur. In order to accommodate that, pi electrons are shifted towards more electron into oxygen. Then we are getting product like this. HCl will be departed here from this one H plus, and from here Cl minus. HCl comes out. Now, after HCl eliminate out, we are getting chlorosulfide. Now what happened here? This pyridine molecule is going to take part in the reaction. Now pyridine, it is a weak Lewis base, means it donates electron pair. Now it donates electron pair to central sulfur. In order to accommodate that electron pair, pi electrons are shifted towards oxygen, and there will be a new bond formation between sulfur and nitrogen. Because of nitrogen donated electron pair, here nitrogen acquires a positive charge. And after reversal of the charge from O minus towards sulfur, then Cl has to depart. Let us see what happened here. After reversal of the charge, Cl is going to depart. Means Cl comes out as Cl minus. After Cl minus comes out here, we are getting O, S double bond O, and pyridinium. So pyridinium. So here pyridinium along with this plus, Cl minus will be there, just like pyridinium chloride type salt, means salt form exists here. And later that Cl minus approaches from rear side with respect to this S double bond O N, like that group is there. So with respect to this one, rear side attacking takes place, Cl minus, because of Cl minus approaches from rear side, these electrons will be shifted, and here nitrogen is going to bear positive charge. These electrons, sigma electrons, are shifted towards nitrogen, and pyridine comes out as such. And this oxygen, sulfur and oxygen, SO2 comes out as gas, and what remains here is Cl. That Cl, compared to earlier oxygen wedge line, right now chlorine is upon dash line, means we are getting inversion of the product. So it is very clear. Alcohol plus thionyl chloride. Alcohol plus thionyl chloride. When these two are there, formation of chlorosulfide, further integrated ion pair, and finally you are getting a retention of product. So simply alcohol plus thionyl chloride, we are getting the retention of a product. Retention of product because of SNI mechanism. Because of SNI mechanism. Alcohol plus thionyl chloride plus pyridine, inversion of a product because of SN2 mechanism. So because of SN means pyridine presence leads mechanism SN2. In absence of pyridine, mechanism proceeds via SNI. SNI, we are getting intramolecular nucleophilic substitution type. Because of intramolecular nucleophilic substitution, that product what we are getting is retention. Whereas in this case we are getting inversion of a product. So retention of a product and inversion of a product, these two. So that mainly depending upon presence of pyridine and absence of pyridine. With the thionyl chloride, in presence of and in the absence of pyridine, how mechanism proceeds will learn. Now we can generalize the statement after formation of chlorosulfide esters or chlorosulfides. How to generalize, let us see. Assume that solvent interference is there or not there. If solvent interference is there, means solvent participation is there, then we are getting a retention of a product. If solvent interference is not there, then we can say we are going to get inversion of a product. So what is this solvent interference or solvent participation? How do you say that? Let us see. I am going to consider solvent is a nucleophilic solvent. Solvent is a nucleophilic solvent. In such a case, what happens here? In case of nucleophilic solvent, such as a dioxane, here what happened? After formation of chlorosulfide ester, this oxygen is going to participate in reaction with the alkyl group, and from this side departing group is departed as SO2 and Cl gone. And after formation of a new bond in between oxygen and alkyl group, oxygen is going to bear positive charge, and the departed Cl again attacks from rear side. Rear side means, see, in which side departing group departed, from the same side again Cl minus is going to attack. Then we are getting RCl and dioxane remains the same. That means if solvent is a nucleophilic solvent, in case of nucleophilic solvents such as dioxane, solvent participates and leads overall product as retention of product. If solvent is not a nucleophilic, if solvent is a base like pyridine, it is not nucleophilic, it is base. So now in that case what happens? In absence of solvent participation, that Cl minus attacks on chlorosulfide ester from rear side, means from here upon chlorosulfide ester, rear side attacking, and the departing group is departed from one side and attacking Cl minus attacks from another side. Resultant we are getting RCl and SO2 Cl minus. So if solvent is not participated in the reaction, we can say that yes, we are getting inversion of product. That reaction what we call SN2 mechanism. In case of solvent molecules are participated like dioxane, their try to form bond with alkyl carbon, and after formation of a new bond, Cl minus is going to attack in the same side of in which side leading group departed, the same side Cl minus is going to attack. So we are getting product retention. You can simply generalize like this in presence of solvent and in absence of solvent. Now, as we learned in previous sessions also, we cannot replace OH minus with any X minus. That means ROH plus NaBr. Can you expect any reaction? With HBr we learn. With NaBr, can we expect any reaction? No. If Br minus, what we are going to say, it is a weak nucleophile, hence it cannot displace or replace OH minus, which is strong nucleophile. A weak nucleophile cannot displace a strong nucleophile, that's why Br minus cannot displace. But if you try to make that OH, actually OH minus is good leaving group, right? If you try to convert it that OH into good leaving group, for that earlier we discussed in case of hydrogen halides, protonation takes place. After protonation, OH converts into OH2 plus, then it converts into good leaving group. Now, instead of that giving proton, we are going to treat with tosyl chloride. Tosyl chloride is a para-toluene sulfonide chloride. Para-toluene sulfonide chloride. See here, benzene ring consists of methyl group is called toluene, and toluene in para position has double bond O Cl. This is what we call the para-toluene sulfonide chloride. In this case, what happened? Oxygen lone pair will be donated to sulfur. And in order to accommodate the pi electron succession towards more alternative oxygen, then there will be a new bond formation between oxygen and sulfur. We are getting product RO, S and H. Oxygen is going to be a positive charge, and S O minus double bond O Cl and this phenyl means a benzene ring containing methyl. Later, upon reversal of this charge, here Cl is good leaving group, it will depart, and here oxygen is going to be a positive charge. Being more alternative oxygen, if it bears positive charge, obviously it puts that OH sigma bond electron towards itself. Resultant H plus comes out. The Cl minus taken at H plus, and HCl comes out here. Then what we are getting? ROS double bond O. This group. Now this one upon treatment with the NaBr. Now this group is good leaving group. This group is good leaving group. This one also we can write as ROTS. So RCl converts into ROH converts into ROTS. Now this OTS group is good leaving group, means its nucleophugacity is more. Good leaving group, more leaving tendency, its nucleophugacity is more. Being its nucleophugacity is more, even Br minus can easily displace as OTS. OTS minus comes out. And instead of this methyl group, if here bromine is there, that group what we call the brosylate. Since Br is a good electron pulling group, so leaving tendency of brosylate is more than tosylate. Instead of a methyl, if NO2 group we place, that what we call the nosylate, tosylate, brosylate, nosylate. So tosylate methyl group hyperconjugation, it involves in hyperconjugation with ring, that means it is electron releasing. Even though it is electron releasing, because of S double bond groups are strong electron withdrawing groups, that's why it acts as good leaving group. And whenever we are going to use here Br compared to tosyl, brosylate, good leaving tendency because of electron withdrawing nature of Br. And instead of Br or CH3, if we are going to place NO2, that what we call nosylate. NO2 is much more strong electron withdrawing compared to Br. That's why nosylate has much more leaving tendency, or nosylate has more nucleophugacity. So order of leaving tendency, what we can say? Tosylate is less than, brosylate is less than nosylate. We can select that. Now this one is benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol upon direct reaction with NaBr, we can say no reaction. There is no reaction. Benzyl alcohol with NaBr, no reaction. But meanwhile, when you treat with tosyl chloride, then OH is converted to OTS. Once OTS formation takes place, then Br minus displaces. It can displaces. Br minus can easily displaces OTS. Fine. So which mechanism? Whether it follows SN1 or SN2 thing, which mechanism it proceeds? Formed one is benzyl carbocation formation takes place. Being benzyl carbocation, which is more stable, benzyl carbocation is more stable. Hence, via formation of carbocation, it can proceed reaction mechanism if solvent we provided is polar. If provided solvent is non-polar without formation of carbocation, which mechanism means that particularly depending upon solvent what we are using, right? So, whatever it may be, whether it is SN1 or SN2, ultimately Br minus can displace as OTS minus. Here cyclohexanol, can we replace that OH with Br minus directly? No. But upon reaction with tosyl chloride, this OH converts into OTS. After converting that OH into OTS, that OTS will be displaced by I minus. We are getting product, means iodocyclohexane. This one is few more properties of cleavage of CO bonds in alcohols. Let us see reaction with isocyanate. As we know that Rn double bond C double bond O is what we call isocyanates. Alkyl isocyanate. Alkyl isocyanate upon reaction with alcohol, oxygen is going to create electron pair. In order to accommodate that, CO pi electrons are shifted towards more electron to oxygen. Then we are getting product RnCO minus, here double bond, and nitrogen carbon, and OR-H plus. Now, upon reversal of this charge, these electrons has to shift back. Resultant, we are getting resonance structure Rn minus C double bond OR-H plus. Now this bond electron shifted towards oxygen and hydrogen goes here, H plus goes here. That means we are getting RnH C double bond OR-. So with isocyanate alcohols upon reaction with isocyanate means addition takes place, addition across to OR group attached to carbon and H plus attached to nitrogen is what we call urethanes. Try to write the product C2H5 N double bond C double bond O with C2H5 OH. Next one is with ammonia. Alcohols upon reaction with ammonia in presence of dehydrating agent anhydrous Al2O3. Temperature we need to maintain 633 to 773 Kelvin. Here elimination of water molecule, dehydrating agent anhydrous Al2O3 is from dehydrating agent which removes water, and we are getting RnH2. This is what we call the primary amine. And here reaction not stopped after formation of primary amine. RnH2 upon reaction with ROH, one more time dehydration takes place. We are getting R2NH, which is secondary amine. R2NH upon reaction with alcohol in presence of anhydrous Al2O3 and heat, we are getting R3N, which is tertiary amine. means alcohol upon reaction with ammonia in presence of anhydrous Al2O3 and high temperature, we are getting mixture of products, primary, secondary and tertiary amines. So these are the properties which shows alcohol's cleavage of CO bond